Good evening. Welcome back, our favorite channel. Behind the poised waves of Prince George, the confident curtsy of Princess Charlotte, and the playful charm of Prince Louis stands a figure rarely seen but deeply influential. Maria Teresa Turrion Barallo, known simply as Maria within royal circles, she is not just a nanny. She is a highly trained Norland professional entrusted with shaping the daily lives of three of the most watched children in the world. While the Prince and Princess of Wales are hands on parents, Maria provides the structure, continuity, and professional expertise that ensures stability in an extraordinary environment. And within that role, insiders and royal observers have long suggested that Maria operates with a set of clear, firm, and non negotiable principles. These are not rules born from strictness alone, but from discipline, safety, emotional intelligence, and consistency. To understand Maria's non negotiables, one must begin with her training. Norland College, founded in 1892, is one of the most elite childcare institutions in the world. Its graduates are known for combining child psychology, physical care and development, security awareness, behavioral discipline, emotional support strategies. Norland nannies are trained to handle everything from tantrums to high risk environments. And when placed in royal households, that training becomes even more critical. Maria is widely regarded as one of Norland's most accomplished graduates. One of the most consistently reported elements of Maria's approach is routine. Children, especially those living under public scrutiny, need predictability. And in the Wales household, structure is not optional. Daily routine reportedly includes fixed wake up times, scheduled meals, structured learning periods, outdoor activity blocks, consistent bedtime routines. This structure creates emotional security, behavioral stability, a sense of normalcy. Even in a royal environment filled with travel, events, and unpredictability, routine anchors the children. One of the most striking aspects of the Wales children is how grounded they appear. That is not accidental. Maria is known for enforcing a strict no spoiling philosophy. Despite their royal status, the children are not given excessive indulgence, they are expected to follow rules. They are encouraged to show gratitude. This aligns closely with William and Catherine's parenting style. Prince William has often emphasized wanting his children to grow up understanding responsibility, empathy, real world values, and Maria's role reinforces that consistently. Unlike older generations of royal upbringing, where emotional restraint was often emphasized, this generation is different. Maria reportedly supports open communication, naming emotions, calm discussion during conflicts. If a child is upset, the approach is not punishment, but understanding. This reflects modern childcare principles and Catherine's own advocacy for early childhood emotional development. Rain or shine, outdoor time is a priority. Norland training strongly emphasizes the importance of nature in child development. The Wales children are frequently encouraged to play outside, explore nature, engage in physical activity. This supports physical health, mental well being, creativity. Princess Catherine has also publicly highlighted the benefits of outdoor play, making this a shared priority. Public appearances of the royal children often draw attention for one reason: their behavior. They are polite, attentive, composed. This does not happen by chance. Maria enforces clear expectations around manners, tone of voice, respect toward adults and staff. But importantly, discipline is handled calmly, not harshly. Unlike typical households, royal children must grow up with an understanding of security. Maria's training includes risk awareness, situational awareness, emergency response. However, this is handled in a way that does not create fear. Instead, children are gently taught awareness of surroundings, importance of staying close, listening to instructions. Whether at home, traveling internationally, or attending royal events, the rules remain the same. Consistency is key. This prevents confusion and ensures children feel secure regardless of location. Maria does not replace William and Catherine. She supports them. Her role is aligned with their values, not separate from them. This creates unified discipline, consistent messaging, strong parental authority. Even at a young age, The whale's children are encouraged to dress themselves, make small decisions, take responsibility for tasks. This builds confidence and self reliance. Perhaps the most critical rule: silence. Maria has never given interviews. She does not share private details. She avoids attention. This level of discretion is essential in royal life. While the rules may sound strict, those familiar with Maria's approach emphasize one thing: she is warm, firm but kind, structured but supportive. The children are not raised in a rigid environment, but in one where boundaries and care coexist. For most children, structure is important. For royal children, it is essential. They live under global attention, public expectations, future responsibility. Maria's non negotiables provide stability in a life that is anything but ordinary. Though rarely seen, Maria has become a figure of public interest. Why? Because she represents professionalism, discipline, quiet influence. People are curious about how royal children are raised, and she is central to that story. Maria's rules do not exist in isolation. They reflect William and Catherine's broader approach. Emotionally aware, structured, and grounded. Together, they are raising children who are confident, respectful, relatable. Compared to past generations, this approach is notably modern. There is less formality, more emotional openness, greater focus on individuality. Maria's role supports this evolution. Maria Theresa may not appear in headlines. She does not give speeches. She does not attend ceremonies, but her influence is visible in three children who represent the future of the monarchy. Her non negotiables are not about control, they are about stability, growth, character. And in a world where royal life is constantly observed, her quiet consistency may be one of the most powerful forces shaping the next generation. Behind every confident wave, every composed appearance, and every joyful moment from Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, there is a system, a structure, and a woman who ensures it all holds together quietly, consistently, unwaveringly. The day does not begin with urgency or chaos, but with calm predictability. Maria ensures mornings follow a steady flow. Wake up at consistent times. Curtains open to natural light, gentle encouragement, not abrupt commands. The goal is simple: start the day without stress. Breakfast is not rushed. Even with busy schedules, there is time for conversation, eye contact, simple routines that signal stability. For children living in a world where their lives are anything but ordinary, this consistency creates emotional grounding. One of Maria's core non negotiables, independence, becomes especially visible during school preparation. The children are encouraged to dress themselves with guidance for younger Louis, organize their belongings, take responsibility for small tasks. This is not about efficiency, it is about development. Each small responsibility reinforces confidence. Accountability problem solving Prince George, being the eldest, is reportedly given slightly more responsibility, helping reinforce his natural leadership role. In childcare, transitions, moving from one activity to another, are often where behavior challenges arise. Maria is known to handle transitions with precision. Rather than sudden changes, she uses clear warnings, 5 more minutes, calm instructions, predictable cues. This reduces anxiety and resistance. And in a royal setting where schedules can change quickly, this skill becomes critical. One of the most defining aspects of Maria's approach is how she handles difficult behavior, because even royal children have disagreements, frustration, emotional outbursts, but the response is never chaotic. The approach reportedly includes kneeling to the child's level, speaking calmly, not loudly, naming the emotion, I see you're upset, guiding behavior rather than punishing instantly. This method builds emotional intelligence, and over time, it teaches the children to regulate themselves, not just obey rules. Royal events present a completely different environment: crowds, cameras, expectations, and yet the children consistently display composure, awareness, respectful behavior. This is where Maria's preparation becomes visible. Before events, children are likely briefed on what to expect, how to behave, where to stand, when to speak. But beyond instruction, there is emotional preparation, ensuring they feel confident, not pressured. Royal tours and travel introduce unpredictability, different time zones, new environments, tight schedules, and yet Maria's non negotiables remain intact. She adapts routines but does not abandon them. For example, bedtime rituals remain consistent. Familiar items may travel with the children. Meal structures are maintained as closely as possible. This continuity ensures that even in unfamiliar settings, the children feel secure. Beyond all structured rules, there is one skill that cannot be taught through a checklist: observation. Maria is known for her ability to read subtle cues, changes in mood, signs of fatigue, emotional sensitivity. This allows her to adjust expectations in real time because discipline without understanding does not work, and structure without flexibility can fail. Raising one child is complex. Raising three, each with different personalities, is a different challenge entirely. Maria's role includes managing sibling disagreements, attention balance, individual needs. Prince George, thoughtful, reserved, Princess Charlotte, confident, expressive Prince Louis, energetic, playful. Each requires a slightly different approach, and yet the rules remain consistent. This balance ensures fairness while respecting individuality. Despite the structured environment, play is not restricted, it is essential. Maria encourages imaginative play, physical activity, creative expression. Play is not treated as a break from learning, it is part of learning. Through play, children develop social skills, creativity, emotional processing. Another non negotiable area is healthy routine around food. While specific details remain private, general principles likely include balanced meals, structured meal times, encouragement, not force. Food becomes part of routine, not a reward or punishment. In modern parenting, one major question is screen time. While exact rules are not publicly confirmed, it is widely believed that screen use is limited, technology is not the primary form of entertainment. Real world interaction is prioritized. This aligns with both Norland principles and Catherine's public advocacy for child development. The effectiveness of Maria's non negotiables lies in one key factor: consistency, not strictness, not control, consistency. Children thrive when expectations are clear, stable, and predictable. And in a royal environment filled with unpredictability, this consistency becomes even more powerful. Perhaps the most important outcome of Maria's approach is emotional safety. The children know what is expected, how they will be guided, that they are supported. This creates confidence, and that confidence is visible, whether in public appearances or private moments. Prince George will one day be king. Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis will carry royal responsibilities in their own ways. Their upbringing matters, not just personally, but historically. And Maria's influence, though unseen, will be part of that foundation. Maria Theresa does not seek attention. She does not speak publicly. She does not claim recognition, but her work is visible in outcomes: confident children, respectful behavior, emotional stability. Her non negotiables are not about control, they are about preparation, preparing children not just for royal life, but for life itself. One of the clearest boundaries in royal childcare is this: children are never corrected in a way that causes embarrassment, especially in public. If a child behaves unexpectedly during an event, the response is subtle: a quiet word, a gentle hand gesture, a calm redirection. Never raised voices, visible frustration, public reprimand. This protects the child's dignity while still maintaining discipline. And it's a skill that requires precision, timing, and emotional control. In many households, rules can shift depending on mood or situation. But under Maria's care, inconsistency is not an option. A rule that applies today will apply tomorrow. Bedtime remains bedtime. Manners remain manners. Expectations remain clear. This removes confusion, and children respond to that clarity. Despite working in a hierarchical environment, Maria does not rely on authority alone to guide behavior. She does not say, because you are royal, you must. Instead, the focus is on understanding, reasoning, internal discipline. This ensures the children behave appropriately not because of status, but because they understand why. Maria's work is not just logistical, it is deeply psychological. Every interaction contributes to shaping how the children perceive themselves, relate to others, manage emotions. And in a royal context, emotional intelligence becomes even more critical because these children will one day face public scrutiny, global expectations, intense responsibility. The foundation built now determines how they handle that future. One of the greatest challenges in raising royal children is the expectation of perfection. Every public moment is observed, every behavior analyzed. But inside the home, Maria helps create a different environment, an environment where mistakes are allowed, learning is encouraged, pressure is managed because children cannot grow under constant perfection. They need space to be human. Princess Catherine has made early childhood development a central focus of her public work. Her initiatives emphasize emotional well being, early experiences shaping future outcomes, the importance of stable environments. Maria's approach aligns seamlessly with this vision. Together, they create a system where professional structure meets maternal instinct, discipline meets empathy, tradition meets modern understanding. Prince William's own experiences have shaped how he approaches fatherhood. He has spoken openly about the importance of mental health, the need for emotional openness, the value of strong family bonds. Maria's role supports this philosophy by reinforcing calm communication, emotional awareness, respectful discipline. Few children in the world grow up under the level of attention faced by George, Charlotte, and Louis. This creates unique challenges: awareness of cameras, understanding public expectations, managing behavior under observation. Maria helps prepare them, not through pressure, but through familiarity. Public events are not treated as overwhelming, they are treated as part of life. Perhaps the most delicate balance Maria maintains is this: raising royal children while giving them a normal childhood. This means structured routines like any family, opportunities for play and creativity, emotional support and guidance, while also preparing them for formal events, public roles, historical responsibility. It is a balance few roles in the world require. In an age where visibility often equals influence, Maria represents the opposite. She remains silent, private, discreet, and that is not accidental. It is a professional standard because her role is not to be seen, it is to support, and that silence builds trust. The effects of Maria's non negotiables are not just visible now, they will unfold over time. These children are learning discipline without fear, confidence without arrogance, responsibility without pressure. These qualities will shape their public roles, their personal lives, their future leadership. There are many nannies in the world, but very few operate in an environment where every action is observed, every decision carries weight, every child has historical significance. Maria's role exists at the intersection of childcare security psychology tradition. If you look at the Wales children today, you see Prince George's calm presence, Princess Charlotte's confidence, Prince Louis's joyful energy. What you don't see is the system behind it, the routines, the consistency, the quiet guidance. And at the center of that system, Maria. In a world filled with noise, Maria Theresa's approach is built on something simple: clarity. Her non negotiables are not about control, they are about stability. They ensure that no matter how extraordinary the children's lives may be, certain things remain constant: structure, respect, care, understanding. And in doing so, she provides something invaluable: a steady foundation for a future that will be anything but ordinary.